In today's video, deep dive topic number 1. Every single Wednesday, we're going to dive deeper into a reselling topic, and today we're going to talk about sourcing. What does sourcing mean? What stores do you go to? What type of items do you look for? And what is online sourcing? Online versus in-store, which is better? Which should you choose? And which will ultimately make you more money? Today, we're going to talk about all of that, so be sure to subscribe, be sure to like this video. Let's get into it. All right, guys, so I want to break this down into two main categories. Today, we're going to look at sourcing from online sales and online stores versus sourcing in-store items at places that you might not even think of. So let's start out with online sourcing. First thing is, let's talk about places to look at for online sourcing. I want to put you guys up on the screen, and we're going to look at some of this together. So this is a video from our Resell Life series, and in this video right now, I kind of talk about sourcing online from one of my favorite places, Kohls. Kohls has recently had a ton of great sales. I've been calling out all these items in Juice, so if you guys want some of that stuff, join Juiced and you guys will get all those items. But as you guys can see in this video, we're calling out some Under Armour hoodies, Under Armour shirts. We got all of this stuff for probably a fourth of its original price tag. A lot of this stuff I am holding until next year. You guys can see right there a listing. I'm listing this on Amazon for $49.90, and I picked up each one for about $16. So a lot of this stuff is a really good inventory to hold throughout the year, or just throw it up on Amazon for a certain price and see if you will move it for that price. I've already moved some of these hoodies and some of these shirts that I'm holding right there already for a pretty decent profit. So that's one thing that you can look at is places like Kohls. They have a lot of good sales. And also another thing with Kohls is if you sign up, you can get Kohls Cash too throughout the year. So you'll accumulate all of these resources that you'll be able to use for future purchases to make things even cheaper and bring the price down as low as possible. Now, the next store I want to talk about is a place that you guys are probably familiar with. A store like Champs, okay? Now, the crazy thing about Champs is what has gotten me ungated probably on 95% of the products that I sell on Amazon. Let me get it a little bit closer so you guys can see. So these are a few perfect items that we can look at that I have used Champs for to get ungated on Amazon. This right here, I bought this back in November. This is an Adidas golf hat, and I knew these things would kind of pop during the summer, and they've actually already all sold out. I don't have any more left, so they moved a little bit quicker than I thought they would. But using Champs, I was able to buy 10 of these Adidas golf hats. Originally, these things are $24.99 a piece. I was able to get 10 of them for $108.20, and that's including shipping, taxes, everything like that. Then I was able to submit that invoice to Amazon and become ungated in that category. So then I was able to sell all types of Adidas items moving forward, and this one little purchase right here got me into that. The next thing above that is how I got ungated in Nike. These are some red and black Nike shorts that they had listed on Champs. Once again on sale. I was able to get 10 of them for $108.20. Submit that invoice to Amazon, and I'm able to sell Nike items on Amazon. And this plays in with our in-store sourcing that I'm going to talk about in just a second. So make sure you guys stick around for that. And I did the same thing for Under Armour. I mean, these are three key brands that you guys are going to see a lot of during the Resell Life series and other things on this channel. And I was able to get ungated on this one for just $81.13. I've already sold a couple of these shirts for $19.99 a piece, so halfway back already on my money. And honestly, you would pay $81 to get ungated in these categories. So these are some sites to look for. Some of these items, like these golf hats, I was able to pick up at a really good price because I got them in November when the weather was getting a little bit colder. People weren't really playing golf, so Champs needed to move some of that inventory. This is always something to look out for, as sites like this are going to try to move the inventory, get into more seasonal things, so always pay attention to stuff like this, guys, okay? Now, let's talk about some in-store stuff, okay? This is kind of the fun stuff. This is the stuff you guys see in the Resell Life series, and I have a lot of stores that I go to, but my probably favorite store that I go to right now is a store called Ross. Now, I think a lot of you guys have Rosses wherever you're at. This is Ross right here, and you guys can see in the video, I love going to Ross, going through, looking at all of the different shoes, all the different clothing items that they have in the store. And since we're ungated, we were able to sell a lot of different things. Places like Ross, you can find great things like socks, like hats. I move a ton of socks, these stand socks right here. And once again, guys, I'm calling all this out in Juiced. You guys can get a free trial to Juiced, link down in the description below, so be sure to check that out. But that's one of my favorite stores, Ross. Another great store is Burlington. Burlington is very, very similar. It has similar items, a lot of Nike stuff in there, a lot of good sports items in Burlington. And I can move all of this stuff now on Amazon because I am ungated due to that online sale that we just looked at. So I'm not limited to just selling this stuff on eBay. I can move it on Amazon now as well. So that's a huge thing to look for in these stores. Store that you may not expect, Walmart. In sourcing at Walmart, I made a ton of videos over the Christmas holidays of sourcing inside of Walmart. All of their Christmas figurines and things like that were on massive, massive discounts because they were trying to move that stuff. So I was able to get a lot of good stuff from Walmart, and it's a place that you might not expect. But places like Walmart, places like Target, these big box retailers, they always have a lot of good items that you can go in and source. And once again, I post all this stuff in Juice, so make sure you guys join up using the link down below. Now, the next store I want to talk about is a little bit more seasonal. This is not a store that I hit up very often, only around Halloween time, Christmas time, stuff like that. Big Lots. Big Lots has a ton of good items that you guys can get, like yard ornaments, Christmas inflatables, all this stuff. This Christmas, I was able to move $10,000 a month in inventory, no problem, just by going into places like Big Lots and picking up anything that I could find there. So that's another good store to look for. Another one in that same category is a store like Lowe's. Lowe's has a lot of good Christmas items all the time. This was a video that I made, I believe, in January when I went, when they had all of their Christmas stuff heavily discounted. You guys can see these 50% off signs everywhere. I was able to go in and get a lot of good Christmas inflatables and honestly get a lot of stuff for really cheap prices that I'm just going to sit on until about October or November. I'll get it all back out, list it, and even if I only sell it for its sticker price, we're still going to make really good money on that stuff. So those are some stores to look at as well. Some stores that I don't have clips of in here, places like yard sales, estate sales. I have a store called Bin Drop near me where it's basically just a lot of Amazon returns and bins. Places like that, always go to stores like that to try to get good inventory. So I hope this video showed you guys a little bit about what to look for, online sourcing versus in-store sourcing, which one is better, how you guys can maximize your time, make the most money on this stuff. Once again, always, all of this stuff is posted in Juiced. And just a reminder that we are going live tomorrow, or on Friday at 5 p.m. Central. I'll be answering any reselling questions that you guys have, so come loaded with your questions, and I'll answer any of those that you may have. But anything we discussed in this video, anything that we discussed on Monday's video, if you haven't checked that one out, go check it out. I'll talk about some of the good reselling methods in 2023, so definitely go check that out. And then, guys, Saturday, we're coming at you with an episode of Resell Life, so be sure to subscribe to the channel. Like this video, share it with one of your friends, guys. Share it on Twitter, anything like that. All of my socials are listed down below. All of Juice socials are listed down below. It'd mean a lot if you could go give me a follow on Twitter, Instagram, anything like that. Check me out, some of the other stuff I do. Go check it out, guys. I look forward to seeing you on all those other platforms. Hope this information was good for you guys. I hope that you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you Friday for that live Q&A. This is Soul State from Juiced, signing out.